guidance for the collective, all sacred ones. Give me guidance. Greetings and salutations. It has been so long. I missed May. I didn't do the Wheel of Life in Tarot last month. There was just way too much. It was all the same. It was getting worse, and I just needed to get out. I will be honest. I'm just like you. I'm very human, and the human condition was definitely affecting me as it has been affecting you. So I hope you're all doing really well. I'm kind of slouching. I've been, like I said, like we've all been, I'm putting my blanket here. We've all been doing our, clearance of our homes while we're being forced to stay at home. So, I have been trying to find ways. All over here, I've got cards charging over here, so I couldn't use my usual place I normally do. And got some spirit here, flickers. A lot of candle magic has been going on for me lately. So I'm just gonna dive in here. Everyone, how is it? How are you doing? We've got so many planets retrograding right now. We've got air energy up the hee-haw-ho. Then we got the earth energy, the Capricorn thing going on. Now Gemini has a slew of planets there retrograding. Moon energy is intense. We got all these eclipses this month. It just got real. It just got more real. If it ever got more real than ever, it's right now and what's up ahead. And well, let's just dive in, shall we? So I did my little prayer to the spirits to help us navigate this next round of stuff that's going to come this month. It's already started with how'd y'all survive the lunar eclipse and the full moon on the full moon in Sagittarius? Boy, was it a doozy for me. The next day, my neighbor attacked. Had to sit there and get Saturn on his ass, and warrior over here in Chiron and Aries, and yeah, I think we've nipped that in the bud for now anyway. Today we're going to be using two decks. The Light Seers Tarot by MaryAnn, or Chrisann, sorry, Chrisann. I love this deck. And I just got this one in. This is my newest deck. Say hello to my little friend. This was a Kickstarter, and this is the second edition. I never had I don't really have a spirit deck, like an animal spirit deck. So this was Brady, and I really have been connecting with this deck, and I'm really digging that American Indian, because my grandma's, she's got Navajo in her, Navajo Indian. So I thought I'd tap into those ancestors with this deck. So it's been a nice, exciting time. So I'm using that deck as well. Okay? And you can't get Brady Tarot. I'm sure she's going to come out with another edition. But I I guess I could send you to her Kickstarter, and then when she has another one, you can. I'm sure you would be notified. And then, or I could give you her Instagram link. And this one I will put. I think I have put it before. I will put this link down below so you could go get. This is on Amazon. So okay, so we're gonna start first with what's outside of us. This is going to be that part, okay? And then the internals will be our inside, our higher selves will be the Brady Tarot. Okay. Hope all of you have been doing good. It's been, I know, it's been really a journey of what's going on out there. And as always, we need to navigate it correctly. So, you know, what I'm feeling right now, I am tired of hearing everybody, man. I am tired of the conspiracy theories. I'm tired of everybody having to have an opinion. I'm tired of the aggressiveness. Tired of the inequality, just like all of you. I'm tired of the prejudice. Tired of that. But this is what's supposed to be happening, all of this, so let's see where it's going. Let's do this. First card, Ace of Swords. Okay. Got the Ace of Swords in the house. Oh, gosh. What is this? Where are you? Where'd you go? That's magical. Okay. It was underneath the magical ones. Okay. Woo. Feeling them here. I got something to say, all right. Okay, I'll start here. So we have all this air energy with Gemini and all the slew of planets there. In Gemini, we have the Sun, because we are in Gemini. And on the cups of Cancer in Gemini, we got Mercury. And Mercury's like over here in between Cancer and Gemini. So it's kind of going in, in Cancer, but not really yet. And we have Venus retrograding there in Gemini. So we are dealing with this need, but Venus is retrograding, so remember that. So she's way back there, past the Sun, past us, just taking off to the Pleiades. And we're dealing with our ideologies, our idea of what life should be. Okay? And as we know, that is a very difficult place to go right now, trying to navigate where our lives are supposed to be, because we're not able to live the life we want. It's all now with restrictions and law. And so when we aren't able to do that, we're starting to get a little bit angry, as we know. We become a little bit, right? A lot angry. And this is the beginning of a time where it really is, we're past we're we're past the death card here. We are in change. Change has happened, as we know. Change has happened. And we're trying to find our way in it. And now we're, like I said before in the last card, which I did not bring out our Wheel of Life card. Let me do that. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Been a while, right? Okay, so we have, okay, so last month that I didn't do this, we had the King of Cups. Can you see that? I'm sorry. There it is. King of Cups. Okay. And what that tells me, obviously, is that we all were feeling this anger, this feeling of unfairness, injustice, right? And because the king is about your emotions, the cups. It's about the emotions. And when you're the king, you're going to step up, right? You're going to step up to what it is you disagree with. You know, it's about your feelings. It's about your emotions. The cups are about the emotions, the moon, okay? And so it's obvious that we were feeling these feelings last month, which led to protests, which led to the looting here in America, which led to all this needing to awaken and stop what's been bothering us, which has been happening through the centuries. Let's not forget genocides. Of how many genocides have we had, you know, in the history of humans. All right, so let's remember that. And this one is, as I'll show you in the wheel first, this one is the Eight of Swords. And it doesn't surprise me that this is this month's card. Okay? All to do to me with denial. Okay? And what is the truth? What isn't the truth? Do we really know the truth? So that's what these two cards here are about. So I'm going to put them right here by my palm mystery hand, and I hope they don't burn with this fire over here. Okay. Alright. There it is. SKTM is hanging out. That is my everyday deck. That's where I talk to the divine with that deck there. Okay, so back to now we're on point here. Okay, so in Gemini, we have Mercury, we have Venus retrograding. Looking at my notes here. And we have the sun there. Okay. And there, you know, bordering on Cancer is Mercury and the North Node. The North Node, you know, she's there with all of them. Okay. She's leaving Cancer. This North Node has been there, but she's still kind of, you know, in the middle there. So what this is saying is that we're starting to understand with the Ace of Swords here, okay, which is Gemini there, and Saturn in Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius is also an air sign. So we got two Aries. I mean, not Aries, but air element signs. Which is saying, I want to know enough already. I want to know what's going on. I'm starting to believe this is all bullshit. Or the other spectrum of people, I don't care, getting tired of this, you know. So, and it's really about knowing the facts too with Gemini. Gemini saying, don't be a fool. Okay? Gemini are the Gemini Twins, right? There's two of them. Okay? And so it's almost like this bipolar thing that's going on. One minute we go, oh, that sucks. The next minute, that's not fair. The next minute, well, I mean, that's not, this is not, this isn't my facts, my belief. Okay? What we need to do is with the 8, and we've got 2 8s if we include the card of the month. Okay? 8 of Cups. Okay, walking away from all those people that give you their opinions about what's really going on. Is it the truth that you're hearing? Is it the truth from the media? Is it the truth? Are you going to seek the truth so you could be your own opinion and not everybody else? We need to stop listening to everybody else tell us what it's supposed to be, what it should be. That's what Gemini and all those planets there are about. That's what Saturn and Aquarius is about. And then we've got the whole Pluto. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here. Then we've got the Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, and Mars. Okay, Mars is there, all right, and Mars is like, it's very important what Mars is going to do in the next couple of months. And so with this whole Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto thing going on in Aquarius, it's saying, are you thinking about your identity with Aries and, Chiron and Aries? Okay, and Mars is coming there. Okay, Mars is going to be there next month. And it's in its house. And it's all to do with identity. Okay, so basically, we're having an identity crisis. We're seeing that we need to really, with this 2 of Swords here, we really need to see about, are our opinions our own or are they fed? And it's that duality, okay? It's that duality that we're wondering, is this is this a plandemic or a pandemic, right? You heard about the plandemic, that this was all planned out, that, go look it up. Yeah, go look it up. I was going to put a link, but I don't let you fish for that one because people are going, okay, or woohoo. Well, if I'm doing this, I'm already woohoo. I'm telling you the future with the cards, letting you know what's up. So, plandemic or pandemic? Are you doing the research to find out? Because everybody's starting to feel confused. They're wondering if this thing is real. We're submitting to the whole mask thing, right? We're all wearing it. We're all doing it because they said we have to. I could tell you, I just went out for supplies and food and whatnot the other day, 2 days ago, and I saw some people totally not wearing it and saying, I'm not gonna believe any of the bullshit that's being fed to me, is what. So people are starting, we need to learn to make the decision to walk away from others that are telling us here, okay, what we should think, what we should believe, okay. And we need to start getting the information ourselves. Is this a pandemic or is this a pandemic? I mean, obviously, we're not going to take any chances, right? I mean, of course, I too, I have an open mind. I don't buy everything the media is telling me, but I do my research. I do go on the internet and I do check out what's going on in China, what's going on in Iran, what's going on in, Iran's having a lot of UFO uh, stuff going on to the point where they're shooting at them. Okay? So I found that. So these are things that you really got to deep dive and find out what is the truth, what is really going on around the world. What do I want to be aware of that makes this so new to me with the Ace of Swords, this beginning of understanding it, this beginning of realizing that you're not going to buy everything people are telling you. They could feed it to you and you can listen, but it doesn't mean you're going to go buy it. This is what I'm talking about, the trends. Stop being so trendy. Stop being about, I have to go and do be on that trend that everybody else in because, then I'm fitting in, schmitting in. Don't be so quick to want to fitting in, schmitting in. Understand that the way the truth is going to be known to others is by your example. You can give your advice to others, your opinion on something, and say, hey, it's how you word it. That's what Gemini is about. How you want to receive that message and how you want to give it back is the beginning of understanding how to give the message. And the Eight of Cups, we do have to ignore. We have to step away from everybody telling us what's really happening. The social media, our friends, our family, we could hear each other's opinions, but let's not take it verbatim. Okay? And that's really the choice you have to make. Do you want to be with the masses or you want to be an individual? With Chiron and Aries, your identity. Three of Cups. Hang out with those people, like-minded people. There are always, I've got a zillion groups, I'm in a group. I've got like 3 or 4 different Facebook groups. I've got my art people, my art journal-y types. I've got my tarot people. I've got my my crochet people. I'm now I've been doing my crocheting. Okay? Find your group that you feel comfortable with and avoid those people that you might have a bit of friction with. This is the time where you do not want to be getting into any scuffs, okay? I'm here to tell you, you don't. You don't want to be getting into any scuffs with Mars right there, Mars is there in Pisces, right? Because, I'm sorry, I said Aquarius. She's in Pisces. He's in Pisces going into Aries. So, excuse me, I said he was in Aquarius. I think he's like moving fast out of Aquarius into Pisces. And so you don't want to be getting into any like friction with people and talking about your opinions on what's going on, because people are really about with that Saturn energy, my truth is the truth. You better take it or else. I ain't gonna believe a damn thing you say. I don't care about your opinion. All I give a fuck about is my own. This is really what happened. This. It's that Saturn energy. That's Mars in Pisces. That's Neptune there with Mars. Okay? And it's causing more and more anger. I mean, we're already in these protests. We already survived all the looting and all the anger toward the police and the whole bit, right? And we're still going to be fighting for the revolution here. This is the revolution. It's come. You know, there's going to be more different things coming. The economy, the whole bit. It's all more protests. It's not, you know, it's been happening all over around the world. We just got in on it now. America. So, learning your group, people who, like-minded people, that you could feel comfortable knowing I could have a voice, and it's not going to be shot down or, you know, and we all have that problem. We all do. You know, of voicing our opinion and kind of saying, no, this is the truth. Get your facts. Get your facts. Get them. Okay? Things are not what they seem. I can only say that. I would love to tell. You would think I was crazy. I'm not going to say it. Those of you who know me, you know what I'm talking about. We talk about it all the time. My peoples in Instagram. All right, so let's get the last card here so we can move on to the Emmy Brady. Spirit, animal, spirit cards. All right. Yeah. 7 of Swords. And what I'm seeing here with the 2 8s, the 8 of the main card of the wheel, with this 8 here, we've got this passive-aggressive thing going on as well. We're just like, no, what I say is the truth. You don't know shit. Okay? Just really, really, like, don't feel shitty. Just let that person know. That's your opinion. I respect your opinion, as I hope you would respect mine. As I hope you would. 7 of Swords. Is it not? You got to be careful who you trust. You've got to really be intuitive of who you trust and what you believe. Don't be so quick to believe what's being fed to you. Don't be so quick to believe people that you know right now are hurting or need something off of you, and they're going to try to get you to do shit. And before you know it, you're in it, and you're going, what the fuck? I don't want to be doing this. I don't have time. I've got my thing. They trick you. They manipulate you to do what it is they want you to do. Do not be manipulated. Okay, that's the Gemini energy as well. Okay, it's like the shape-shifting. Remember I was talking about shape-shifting? Gemini is like the biggest shape-shifter. It's what's the truth? What isn't the truth? Do I believe that? Do I really? It's like almost being bipolar, like I said. Oh, I don't know. Oh, this. Calm the situation down. Step back a moment and always check in with yourself. I'm always talking about that, checking in. Okay, that's what this here, the second, the 2 of Swords. Check in with yourself. Make sure that you're really being aware of the characters in your life, the family members, the friends. You know who they are. You know the ones who always try to get something off you. You know who they are. You know the ones who try to manipulate you to do things and before you know it, you're in it going, why the fuck did I say yes to that? And then when you try to get out of it, they cause a whole freak out. Don't be tricked by that. Be aware of those things. You don't have time for that. With all that's going on and more to come, we've got 2 more eclipses. We had an eclipse in the full moon, Sag, on the 5th of June. We have another one coming on summer solstice, which is the 21st, which is the solar eclipse. Okay? These energies, these eclipses are very intense, and they linger. They linger, everyone. They linger for a while. They linger for a good 6 months. We're still getting residue from the last eclipse in December. Okay? And that's 6 months ago. So we have to be aware of these energies and know that it's only going to get a little more intense. So please be aware, be intuitive about who you trust and who you're going to support and not be taken advantage of as well. right? This 8 here is saying you don't really want to deal with it. That 8 of Swords. You're not really wanting to deal with it. You're saying, I just want to be left alone. It's hard enough with this stuff already. But we have to learn to really stay grounded. As you can see, there isn't any earth. There's just, oh my gosh, you know that we only have water and air? It's very, very, it's got a lot of that mutable energy. Got a lot of that water emotions and ideals. It's my way or else. It's really not good. So let's admit that that's the theme that's going on in our reality. Don't deny this. Don't be this lady. Okay? You got to think of your families. You got to think of your life and who you're taking care of, who you're responsible for. You can't be responsible for these other people that you know, just want to take advantage of you for their own gain. No. All right. So we got that of what's going on the outside of us, right? Let's get my cat's here. Hello. Hello. Let's get on to our higher selves. Okay? The outside of us is the subconscious mind. That's Pluto. Is just see this as the subconscious mind of, damn, you know, everybody's trying to make me believe things. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. That's why if you don't know what to believe or think anymore, it's time to do your own research. Okay? It's time to have your own perspective, your own opinion on what's really going on, based on what you find, not what everybody or the media tells you. I'm here to tell you the stuff you're going to see, you're going to find, you're going to go, and really just absorb it. You know, don't be so quick to go, ah, bah! You know, oh man, that really eats my hide when people do that. I'm always open. I listen to people's stuff, and I'm like, okay, that's an interesting perception. That's an interesting way of, like, you know, always put it in my little book of knowledge in the back of my head. And you know, when people are saying something that sounds true, it'll pop up somewhere else. It'll pop up, and then I'm like, okay, I've heard of that before. It's starting to sound true. Like that. Don't be so quick to bat it, insult somebody, make them look small. It's not cool. You know, because we're all trying to figure it out. All of us. I got them upside down. Okay, so with this Ace of Swords, as we can see here, okay, we have success, 2 of Wands. Okay, my cat. What that is telling me there is that we are going to come to a place where you're going to understand exactly where you need to stand with everyone you have to deal with, and everything you have to be creative about the words that you use to speak to others, because everyone is so tense and so angry right now that you know, we're sit down, it's okay. We're needing to understand that it's all about communication. Mercury there in Gemini, okay? We lack this communication. Right now, everybody's like, no, my way with Saturn. No, with Chiron and Aries. No, it's not like that. No, it isn't. It's this way, like I'm telling you, okay? We're going to learn how to communicate that. We're going to get creative with the words we use so we don't piss people off. Because it's not about pissing each other off. It's about understanding and helping one another in these times. Okay? So there's that duality, because people are having problems with that. That has been the biggest thing. There's a lot of friction, as we know. Okay? Unrest, right? Social unrest. And we got the Daughter of Horns, which is the Page of Cups. All right? And that's a message. The pages are messages. We only got one page. Yeah, so far anyway. So we've got this needing to walk away from those relationships that have been volatile and maybe is going to cause some kind of violence. Okay, step away from that, right? Step away from all those people that you're not connecting with. It's just going to cause a drama, chaos, okay? That's the strongest message of all, is that we need to know. See the water down there? We need to know when to cross that. We need to know when to cross, when to step in. Okay, there's a storm back there. You see it? So you don't want to step into a storm unless you have to. So we want to avoid stepping into that chaos. By what it's confirmed, don't connect with those people that you're really having an issue with, that just want to fight. You don't want to step into this storm. Okay? Very strong. Right now everybody's angry. Everybody's, pointing out their opinions. And if you don't agree with those opinions, okay, there's going to be something going on there. Like anger. Like violence. Okay? It's been very violent, and people getting angry, and like I said, with my neighbor next door, oh my God. It's like, back off. It's like, back off. There's no need for this. No need. Okay? All about fighting. Rivalry. 5 of Wands. Again, the Wands are creativity. Getting stuff done. Okay? It's also that Aries, Chiron energy with Mars coming. Right? When Mars hits Aries, when it hits, the fight begins. Learning how to build your words and almost, practicing talking to people. Like go in the mirror and I'm serious. Go in the mirror and pretend that you're talking to that one person that you have to deal with. Because again, you shouldn't be dealing with people here that don't serve you, that you're not on the same page mentally with Pluto. Okay? Pluto in Pisces. Alright? You want to make sure that you have this new way of looking at things by not stepping in that chaos, that emotional mess. Okay? The decision we have to make is understand when to be on whose side to be on in whatever it is you decide to speak about. Decide whether or not that fight is worth it. That needing to get your point across is worth it. Those people that you are helping, that you're responsible for, and they're giving you a hard time, learning how to talk to them, to communicate to them, because it's a little difficult. They're a little more of an intense energy than most of the people that you're dealing with. Those people who try to manipulate you to borrow money. Those people who manipulate you to do things that you don't have time to do because you're with your family. You're taking care of others. Knowing when it's a good idea to have that conversation of, I'm not doing it anymore. It's all about not fighting, guys. It's all about Gemini, you know, the shapeshifter, the twins, you know. You're either the good guy or the bad guy. You're either going to, you know, do it this way or do it that way. You're either going to disagree or agree. And knowing how it's going to affect you is very important, because people are very strung up, very tight, and fighting is the end thing. Okay? It's the end thing. Let's fight. That's all it is. A good argument. Yeah. Truth. Truth. Okay? So the truth is, this is the ace. Okay, we got 2 aces of swords here, because this is air. Okay? Right here. And look how interesting this is. Ace of swords, ace of swords. So this is very strong here. This new idea of our values. This new beginning of where we're at right now, which is violence, protesting, speaking our truth, speaking up, being heard, is very, very strong at this moment in time. Very strong. And with this 3 of Cups, with where it's at here, be honest with yourself of who really is your friend, and who is trying to manipulate you, who is trying to get you to do things, as much as it hurts, as much as you love them. Okay? Yes, you love them, but right now in these times, you've got to stay pretty contained, because there's more stuff coming up ahead. And if you've got these people lingering around, trying to take advantage of you, making problems for your wives and husbands, making problems, causing them for your family, they're always lingering around, they're not taking the hint, it's not going to be good along the way, all through from here on till the end of the year. Okay? Please make sure whoever you choose to interact with during these times, that you really make sure they're people worthy of being in your presence and your family's presence. Okay? You have to protect those who you're responsible for. It's the bottom line. Those people who think, hey, what about, you know, like those old friends that used to come over for beer and barbecues. Hey, man, I'm just... Oh, no. Okay? Gotta respect the family. We will get into a time where, you know, things are opening up now. But again, you're dealing with your family. Maybe your wife or your husband doesn't agree that you go out with those friends, because you might bring back the virus. You know, so we gotta be mindful and respectful to our family, and we gotta show those people that they need to be respectful of your family. You need to step up if that's the case there. Okay. Okay, and our last one. Well. Use your intuition, for you are the magician. Isn't that a beautiful magician card? It's beautiful, Spirit. It's the raven. Okay? Be intuitive. Listen to the messages. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is the messages from the divine, from your divine. Listen. Be aware. Adjust accordingly. Because there are people out there trying to make you believe shit, trying to get you to do shit, trying to manipulate you to get what they want. And you know this. You know who those characters are in your family. You know who those characters are in your life. You know who's trying to make you believe things that may not be true. And that's the thing. You need to make sure you get the facts. Gemini is about the facts. It's about being happy. It's about having an open mind. Okay? And that's where it's at. That's a beautiful card right there. Okay? So all this just tells me that we kind of need to be aware with the Eight of Swords here. We need to be aware that this is the truth. The truth. We got to be careful of people. Even the people that we've known for years and they've been our friends and they were just really chill, and now they're letting all these, conspiracy theories and, getting caught up with the whole, Black Lives Matter movement, and maybe they're on the negative of that, all these things. You've got to narrow it down. You've got to know when someone is worthy to be in your presence, because there is this energy of people are changing. The people that you really dig, the people that you really love are changing, and it's affecting them because Pluto is crazy. It's mental health. Okay? And with Saturn there, hanging out with Saturn and the Jupiter-Pluto conjunct in Aquarius, okay? All retrograding. Everybody is going to shape-shift with Gemini. People are going to change. You're going to feel hurt. That's what this is about. Like, fuck. Really? Really? I gotta step away from that killer friend. Okay? I've got to step away because they're starting to change, because their opinions and their beliefs are not my own, and I'm pissing them off because or maybe I just don't want to hear it. Maybe I don't want to hear what I don't believe. You have a right to your opinion and what you want to believe. You don't have to keep taking it and taking it. Okay? You don't. You just simply say, I'm working on me. I'm working on my stuff. That's the Seven of Swords. Not having to be so aggressive. It leads, especially with those energies and those personalities that may be like that. Like, what? What are you talking about, man? What? What? You letting your wife get you? And that whole thing. You letting your wife tell you what to do? They start up that shit, making the guys sound like he's a small bean, small little man. Don't go there. Just kind of go, hey, I'm busy. I'm busy. No, that's the creative here with the Ace of Swords and the Two of Wands. Stepping out to this new idea of that I can be free. I could step out and actually be myself and not be around these people that tell me it's this way and that way, because I'm getting annoyed. I'm not digging it. Keep that out of your life, because you don't need that in your life right now. The life is already so complicated and confusing and all these things already, that to have somebody constantly, stuff your face with, this is what's happening, this is what's happening, you gotta believe this, and you gotta... Get your facts yourself and be your own idea, your own opinion of what's going on, and maybe keep it to yourself. That's what I think this is as well. Being that magician and keeping it to yourself about how to go about this new way of handling, other people's opinions. Okay? So I hope that was a good reading for you all. Let's get an oracle in. Magical Unicorn, or should we try somebody else? You know, I got a new oracle deck from Witch's Moon. Let me get that. Alrighty, so here it is. This is a new deck that I've got with a kit, a monthly subscription that I have with a company called Witch's Moon. And this is what came in the box as well. There's other goodies in there that I got, but this is by Alana Fairchild. I have her Mary Oracle. She's great with words, speaking of words. Okay, so let's see what the oracle has to say. And I am still learning. I'll put the link down below for this deck as well. I believe it's on Amazon. Yeah, so I don't know the definitions yet, the meanings of the cards just yet. So I'm going to use this to tell you what the card means. Okay. Let's see. What do we get out of this? I hope this helps. I mean, I'm sure you're all feeling this. You know, Saturn energy is saying enough already. I just want peace. I just want sanity. And hunkering down will give you sanity. Getting out there, bringing these people into your lives, or talking to people that are just so annoyed by the whole thing, and, you know, they're kind of melancholy, or they have a negative-y kind of attitude. You don't want to be around that. It's not positive for you. It just brings you down. Alright, so let's see what the takeaway is here. Oh, there she is. Okay, so we've got I Sulf Aur. See that? I Sulf Aur. You see that? It's a beautiful. Love the sepia, and it's a wolf in the back of it. Alrighty, so let's see what that means. Number 22. Okay. Alrighty. I'll show you the card. Alrighty, so it says, a way through the struggle has already been created for you, and you are being led onto that path. Your authentic soul path may include recognition and acclaim, notable success, and admiration. Be grateful, but do not be dazzled or distracted by such experiences. Focus on what connects you to your heart and grounds you in the simplicity of spiritual truth, which is the practice of love, kindness, and peace. This will allow for successful progress in the material world without disturbing the sanctity of your soul. Well, isn't that the truth, guys? Isn't that the truth? Like we were saying with that truth card with the 3 cups. Really be careful about the words you use. People are touchy as fuck, okay? They're touchy. And everybody's feeling this tension right now. There's so much tension that to even think for a second that you're going to walk out there and someone not get pissed or uptight, or, you know, and then they affect you back with, you know, that energy and you respond, it's just not healthy. Okay, people are really feeling it, and it's almost kind of dangerous. So I have to say, this is totally true. What this card is saying is like, look, remember, you want peace, and to have kindness and compassion for those who aren't. You know, we should not react back, even though we're feeling what they're feeling. But remember that they are you. You're both going through the same thing. Different circumstances, different things like that, but we're all in this thing, right? We're all in this stay-at-home thing, and, you know, the whole bit. And even as things open up, like I said, Mars is coming, the eclipses are coming, the end of this year is going to be harder, it's going to be stronger than it is right now. And all, I think we all do this, for those of us who do this on YouTube. We just want to make sure that everybody knows how to navigate it, how to get across, how to be understood, and know that when those people are bitching and vomiting judgment and all that at you, that you remember to be calm. All right? Now, are you going to fuck up? Of course I did. Hello. I did. My neighbor just like was saying all kind, and I said, I just had it. And I went, you know what? No. No. I don't think so. I do not think so. You cannot take advantage of me anymore. Okay? I was dealing with the taking advantage thing. They were just taking advantage of our land. So this is what I'm talking about right here, is have kindness and compassion, but you know, you got to keep your ground. You've got to, again, the Seven of Swords. Okay? You got to make sure you don't let people walk all over you as well. So it's, again, the Gemini, the balance with this 2 here. Okay? The balance. We got 2 twos. The duality, the balance of things. Being creative with how you're going to balance your ideas. How are you going to do what you need to do to make things right? How are you going to deal with those people who are assholes so that there isn't chaos? Okay? It's very important. So until next time, everyone, it's going to be a journey. Okay? I've been doing readings for people too, so any of you want a reading, just hit me up on you know, DM me or put in the comments you want a reading, and put your, you know, if you don't mind, email there. Or if I could get a hold of you, or I could just comment to you know, we could do it that way. And I'll comment back, and I'll send you an email to my email to I'll set up an email. I have my other emails, but I guess I could set one up for the tarot. I do tarot readings, and I have been doing them. I just don't promote it here, but I'm going to now do that, because I believe that navigating our lives and what's going on in our lives is so important to keep us grounded. And that's what I think we all do here with cards and stuff. I always tell my clients that they should get a deck for themselves, that they don't necessarily need us to do that for them. We could show them how to do it a bit, and then they can go ahead and do it themselves. But needing to always connect with yourself, with your own spirit, with your own soul, with your own ancestors that come through the cards as well, is so important, and the divine. So until next time, which there will be. Sorry I didn't get May. As we could see, it was a bit of an emotional mess, and we know that this King of Cups was pretty emotional, pretty messy. And we're here now. So let's hope that everything just kind of, but it is going to get more intense, everyone, and I just want you to understand, to know that, so that when something is to be approached at you, you get approached, you understand where, you know, we got to watch our P's and Q's for a variety of reasons, you know, and politically, you know, making sure people don't step all over us. You know, because people think that they can. That's why Black Lives Matter is such a big deal, right? Black people were being treated badly by our cops. I mean, that's not right. So, you know, we have to remember that they have been going through this for so long, and we all need to come together to say no one should be treated that way, and we have to watch our step walking in, because we could be the victim. We could be the one of the black people that, and I'm sure a lot of us have. So we have to be really careful about how we speak to people, how we speak to, make sure we're kind of watching our step. That's where we're at. But also don't let people step all over you. So until next time, and there will be, hold on tight on these lunar eclipses, folks. The lunar and solar. The next one's a solar eclipse. That's on summer solstice on June 21st. So be prepared. Meditate before. Maybe I'll come back here before then to prepare us more. Okay? But just prepare, because it's gonna be even more intense. This one's the solar. We just had the lunar in Sag. Now we're gonna have the solar. Okay? So, yeah. Okay? So until next time, please stay grounded. Stay grounded, and we got all this cup and sword energy. Aggressive, passive aggressive. Alright? So be careful. Be safe. Be well. Most of all, be calm. Until next time.